If you're one of my very first subscribers, then you probably have seen me made a nuke build for Wukong. It's a pretty great build, but it got nerfed, because it's too damn good. The thing is, it's really fun at first, but that build gets boring as Wukong, in my opinion, is not really meant to be played that way if you want to have tons of fun with this awesome Warframe. If we follow every law of the famous Monkey King, his prowess relies on his immortality and mighty staff. In Warframe, that's his second ability, Defy, and his fourth ability, Primal Fury. So, I think to myself, why not be a man of culture? Why not give Wukong the treatment he deserves? Why not give your subscribers an awesome build for Wukong, which will show off the true power of the Monkey King? Grind team, I present to you, the in-your-face build for Wukong. A build which will let you smack every enemies in the face, and gives you tons of fun in the process. So, enough with any monkey business talk, and let's begin this video. To begin with, let's first head to knowing how do you build this kind of Wukong. Let's start with our Monkey King's mod setup. As I've said earlier, we will be using Wukong's second and fourth ability most of the time, which is why I have this mod setup. I prefer efficiency, power, strength and duration for this setup, which is why I choose to have these mods. I really don't worry about having narrow-minded, and reducing my melee range bonus for Primal Fury, as I have some things that could take care of that, and I will discuss that later. Now, the problem about a Primal Fury build is when you are facing high-level enemies and more specifically, enemies with insane armors. Do remember that its main damage output is impact, which is somehow good against Corpus faction, and take note that some mods doesn't work with Wukong's exalted staff. It would be great to mod it with a slash-based setup, but the problem is, we can't do that with his fourth ability. So, how can you take this build to high-level plays? That's pretty simple. One way is by having his Primal Rage augment, which basically gives his staff critical chance. And, I tuned this build to make this augment work even better. I have enough power strength to get that critical chance buff per kill, and I have enough duration to sustain the decay of the buff. There are other things that could make your Wukong kill enemies with high armor fast. One is by equipping the Uneru Focus, and selecting the Sundering Dash, which basically reduces enemy armors. Also, you can mod your Wukong with corrosive projection, but if you want to, you will need an extra former to do so. Another thing that could help in dealing with heavily armored units is by modding your melee weapon with corrosive damage. Wukong's exalted staff has a good status chance that you could able to strip enemy armors in a few shots, but if that's not enough, then you can go get Exodia Hunt. It doesn't really give you armor stripping capability, but what it gives you is the ability to pull targets, and then open them up to finishers. Wukong's staff has insane finisher damage that can even one-shot high-level enemies with heavy armors, and you won't really have a problem with this build at high-level plays. But that's not the only good thing about the Exodia Hunt. It also gives you that crowd control that you need, and also the pull ability to negate the negative melee bonus that our Primal Fury have for equipping narrow-minded. And yes, Primed Reach also helps in getting more melee range for your exalted staff. By the way, this is my usual mod setup for my Wukong's melee weapon. I usually use Azor melee so I could equip Exodia Hunt. To tell you honestly, I got some real hard time having fun with my Wukong in the past because the fun stops when I faced high-level, heavily armored units. Exodia Hunt is the best thing that ever happens to Wukong, and I strongly suggest that you have this arcane when you are playing with a Primal Fury build. This is not really needed, but if you have the Arcane Fury and Arcane Strike, then I strongly suggest that you equip it on your Wukong for more damage and attack speed. And also, an Adaza Kavat is really handy as it will give you more critical chance. Usually this build gets you up to orange crits that enemies' health melts so fast. Okay, I know you are excited to see how this build works in battle, so let me give you a little preview. So, there you have it. That's how you create this in your face Wukong build. Right now, I can say that this is the best build for Wukong. It gives you immortality with his defy, and tons of fun pounding enemies with his iron staff. It's really cool also when you see that iron staff turns really big. I strongly suggest that you try this build for yourself, as I highly recommend this, especially for those who want some close quarter combat action. So that's it. Hope that you enjoy this video and find it informative. I do hope that you find this build really enjoyable though. As always, don't forget to give a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Warframe videos in the future. Just remember, when you subscribe, always turn on that notification bell to receive updates from this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.